and I would like you to share probably 3 to 4 common mistakes that you've observed while working with B2B SaaS brands that they should avoid, like say probably the other SaaS owners should avoid if they want to grow faster.
First of all, not doing it. Second, doing it just for the sake of doing it. Third, copying the entire competitor strategy and telling you and labeling it as your strategy. This doesn't work. I'll tell you why. Even if you have same products, same features, still won't work, because the way your customer responds to one brand is different to other brand. Now let's say you will not go ask the same thing from McDonald's as you thing to Burger King, right? Though they sell the same things. They have fries, they have burgers, they have Happy Meal, and they have the meal. You still don't go and ask the same things, right? Why? Because you know the ingredients are different, the way, the taste is different, and everything is different. So even if you have same products, it still won't work, because maybe your product is better than your competitors, or maybe the way you position yourself in the market is different than theirs. So copying your competitor strategy won't work, so don't do it. Fourth is just focusing on one channel, or not going into thinking that what are the channels that your audience is looking at. Now, let's say a video marketing tool. Maybe your audience is on YouTube, maybe your audience is on Vimeo, or maybe your audience is on TikTok, Instagram, Reels, whatever. But if you think that having a blog is just enough for customer acquisition, you're wrong. You need to diversify. Now, for example, Weed does it all. Right now, it does it all. It does blog, it does YouTube, it does TikTok, it does everything. They can afford right now to do everything. But as they began with 2 things, YouTube and blog. They scaled it up. And Diana, if you're listening to this, hats off to you. I've worked with you, I know how hard you work. So I know it goes a lot into the making. So I know that when you're starting, if you think that you do this, you do that. No, just focus on 1 or 2 channels where audience is literally hanging out. They should know, they should hear you. Now, for example, you are a tool of CRM softwares. Your audience is maybe reading blogs. Obviously, they might be reading blogs. Your audience might be reading newsletters. You need to think that where your audience is hanging out before you just jump into and just okay, we need a content marketing. Let's just launch a blog. Let's just launch ebooks. Unless your audience is reading it, there is no use of doing it. And the next would be, if you have been into the market for a while, you have some content assets, not auditing them frequently, and always publishing new pieces, and not paying attention to the existing pieces that you published maybe a year back or 6 months back, and not understanding why is it not working for you, why these pieces are not working, why these pieces are not ranking or not converting at all, not going into the strategy again and just reflecting on it. These things, startups miss a lot.
Fair enough. So I think, you've mentioned a lot of points, of which I particularly could grasp and relate to is firstly is the diversification piece, which I feel is industry agnostic. You need to be really hanging out where your audience is hanging out, and for that you need to understand your target customers. Secondly, not having content at all. I mean, I know a lot of businesses, I wouldn't call them brands just because they're famous, is that they run a lot of performance marketing ads and people know them because of those ads. But otherwise, if they stop running ads, I can challenge that they cannot make sales after a point. So these are 2 major things that I could relate to of all the points that you have mentioned.